in regards to the new office setup, what I wanted to do was show you some of the ways that I have it set up. All right, so here we go. Let me show you some of the things. So what we need to do is this and this. Here we are. Okay, so this is the gaming PC. This sits over with my actual, gaming setup, my entertainment center. It's sitting there on the floor on a chair mat, but it has ventilation because it actually stands on these legs. It has you can't see it from this angle, but it actually does have like 1.5 inches off the ground, these legs. So it has aeration on the bottom. And what you got next to it is the uninterrupted power supply. And then my PS5 Pro. Okay. Now you might say, well, what are all those cords? Yeah, I need to do that because that's all the cords that have to go across the room. 3 incredibly long HDMI cables. There's nothing I could do about it. Remember, I wanted to do an internal capture card and everything, but we have to have all these wires running now because of the way that this setup works, okay? But yeah, so there's the PS5 Pro. Yes, that is a Nintendo Wii. I still have that out. I don't need to. I could easily put it away, but I haven't had an opportunity to yet. So the uninterrupted power supply is right there. Everything's plugged into it. If you're wondering, well, what is that mass of wires below the gaming PC? That is a USB hub, and out of that USB hub is the 2 adapters for the new wireless mouse and keyboard that I have. This is the Logitech wireless mouse, and this is the Logitech wireless keyboard. And that's what those are for. You need to have those giant wires. If you don't, they don't work right. So it is what it is. I had a little adapters, but it didn't work. It doesn't work right if you just use the adapters. You're supposed to use the entire cable. So basically, the way the cables are going, if they go to the bottom left, those are going across the room to my capture streaming PC, and then the ones going to the right, one of them is for my joystick, the Victrix, which is right here. Wow, the camera doesn't pick it up. Holy crap! Look, there we go. Wow, it refuses to pick it up. So there's the Victrix joystick. You can barely. There you go. Now you can see it. That's the Victrix joystick, okay? And then the other one goes to my PS5 controller, but I unplugged that when I play the PS5, just that I haven't plugged into charge between, gaming sessions. So that's the gaming PC setup, okay? And there's nothing I can do about it. They have to be like that because those HDMI cables have to run across the floor. There's nowhere else to put them, okay? If I had them against the wall, I would have to have 30, 40-foot cables. This way I can have 15-footers. So it is what it is. Is it a tripping hazard? Yes, it is. But I have to be careful not to trip on it. Okay? Up next, we have panettone. I just threw that in there because we just bought this yesterday when we had our day off. It's holiday bread made in Italy. It's actually authentic Italian product. It's been a family tradition of mine since I was a kid. So what it is, it's this giant fluffy loaf of bread, but it's also soft and chewy. It smells amazing. It's sweet, it's tasty, and it has candied orange and cranberries inside. Yes, I wear slippers. That is correct. I wear slippers indoors. So that was just in there, okay? The next picture. So this is my actual PC desk now, okay? Just so you know, this is way better than the old setup. The old setup was way worse than this, okay? So what you're seeing is that is the new capture and streaming PC. On top of that is the Live Gamer Ultra 2.1 capture device. Okay, so that's what's sitting on top of the PC itself. All right. Then next to it is the other uninterrupted power supply into which all of this stuff is plugged in. So we got, keyboard and mouse, printer, speakers, several external hard drives, one of which was the hard drive I was using to transfer the files from one PC to the other. The other external hard drives are the ancient ones on which my old files are on for the DSP throwback channel. I have 2 monitors, but I'm no longer using 2 monitors anymore. I only use one. I've got it all only on the one, and I like it that way now. 2 monitors was great back when I was doing constant video editing, but I don't do that anymore. So I really don't need the 2 monitors. So I basically just have a backup monitor at this point. And yeah, this is the desk where I do all my important busy work and pay bills and do all that kind of crap. So there you go. Okay. This is looking at my actual set from the other side of the room, from behind the camera and behind the new lighting system, what you see right there in the foreground is the newer light. It's a rectangle light, and it goes straight towards me. And in front of that light is the webcam. Okay? So that's pretty cool. You can see it's like as if you're the cameraman, right? Like you're behind there looking at me. Okay? And so what do you got? That's my chair. The microphone is in front of the chair. What you can't really see, this is the other side of the laptop desk. The laptop's right here. You can see my mouse. You can see the Scarlett receiver right here. That's pretty cool. And then you can see to my left, it's the, the Divoom Picsou frame and the decorations and the lamp. And on the right, you see the other Christmas decorations. And you can see the nice, really awesome Elgato Deluxe soundproofing foam behind me. And then my YouTube, play button from a zillion years ago. Okay? And as you can see, I have actually done cable management. I no longer have any wires running in front of me here. The only wires are to my left, and that's literally just to power my devices. So the cable for this, the cable for this, the cable for the lighting system, the power cable for the laptop, that's all going there because I need it. So that's what those wires are on the side there. But outside of that, that's my setup. Okay? And then this is what it looks like if you were sitting here looking at the office, basically. Okay? So in front of me is my microphone, and then you've got my wireless mouse keyboard, another wireless mouse to power the capture streaming setup. We got the laptop, you can see the Stream Deck. It's right behind the microphone. It's kind of peeking out. And then that's red box is the Scarlett 2i, I think it's called, device from Focusrite. That's what allows this microphone to work on a PC. And then you can see that's the camera. That's my webcam sitting in front of the new light box. See that? So the webcam sits there, and then the light box is right behind it, coming at me. Now you can see, look at the wire on the ground. See that? That's the 3 HDMI cables going across the floor from one PC to the other, or to the TV, or to the PS5, whichever you want to call it. And you can see that's now where the PC is on my left-hand side. That's the desk. That's my other chair. And by the way, the one thing that's not there anymore, and this is kind of neat, see that lamp in the background? I got rid of it this morning because I don't need it anymore. I have a fan that has a ceiling light. So I don't need that lamp anymore. So I brought it out to the garage. But one of the cool things that I found that I totally forgot about this, all right? I had a collection of actual badges and lanyards from various different events that I had attended over a decade ago. So what I have here, all the lanyards and badges from the game events that I attended back in the day when I lived in Connecticut and was still attending game events, okay? So what we could do is take a look at some of these. Let's see here. We've got New York Comic Con, October 10th. What year is this being told? 2011. Finally, I can read it. Yeah, this is New York Comic Con from 2011. So it's got The Walking Dead, back when The Walking Dead was hot. New York Comic Con, 2010. This is the year before. So this is Star Wars Deceived. I don't even know what that is. Ever heard of Star Wars Deceived? Oh, Old Republic Deceived. It's not focusing. It's focusing on my face for some reason. What if I block my face? No, it still won't focus. Oh, there we go. So you could go... Oh, come on. You go to Comic-Con. Well, you couldn't see it. It focused for like a quarter. Oh, there we go. You go to Comic-Con and you could play Marvel vs. Capcom 3. That's actually where I very first played Marvel vs. Capcom 3. I went to Comic-Con and a whole bunch of players from like New York City were there playing it. The Kineticon 2011 badge. Wow, doesn't that look great? Video that we made when I went to Kineticon, we had opened up a random bag of stuff that you pay like $5, $10 for, and it's all random stuff inside. And here is the actual button. There was a K-pop button. I don't know who this is supposed to be, but it's some K-pop star or something. And so that's a button of them, and I still have the button. Here we have, oh wow, this is a fighting game tournament. Final round 2011. This very well might have been the last fighting game tournament that I ever attended that was really like a full-on FGC fighting game tournament. I think it was, actually. Because this is the one, I've told you guys the story. So what happened at this one was, it was Marvel vs. Capcom 3. And the week before, I actually somehow, don't ask me how, I pinched a nerve in my neck so bad that I lost all feeling in my right thumb. I couldn't feel the finger at all. I could move it and use it, but I couldn't feel it. And I had shooting pain going through my shoulder all the way down my arm into the thumb. So I couldn't play fighting games. Like, I tried to play, I couldn't tell if I was hitting the button or not because I couldn't feel my finger. And then all of a sudden I get shooting pain. I'm like, ah! So I ended up, this is the tournament I went, and I just forfeit. I played like one match, and I couldn't play it, and I said, I forfeit. I can't play anymore. And I went back to my hotel room, and I just sat there recording YouTube videos. So I flew all the way out to Atlanta to be in my final fighting game tournament, and I didn't even play in it. I forfeit, and I just played video games in the hotel room and uploaded videos all weekend instead. This was, I don't remember when this was. This is MagFest. You can find a ton of videos of me and John Rambo, and I believe it was both Howard and the guys from Respect the Pact and OJ. I don't remember if OJ came to that one, but MagFest in, I think, Virginia. And I was a dealer at MagFest. It was early, I think it was early 2012, was it? I think it was early 2012. We had too many games, 2012. I was supposed to go in 2011, but there was such a giant traffic jam that we showed up super late. But I ended up actually being there on time in 2012 as a guest, and I had a ballroom full of people, and people were coming to get stuff autographed. I was one of the featured guests. I was sitting right next to the Angry Video Game Nerd. This is literally the last event I ever attended, which is sad because you would think it should be a good memory, which it was. It was a good event. But the last event I ever attended in person was Screw Attack Gaming Convention 2013. And I was a VIP featured guest. I had a panel. I had a vendor booth where we were selling stuff and showing off Project 7 and all of that. And I actually was in the finals of the Iron Man of Gaming tournament. I actually won the Street Fighter 4 tournament they had there. I did really well in NBA Jam. The only game I didn't do well in, I think I fucked up Tetris. But everything else I did really well in. And I was even on stage in the, at that point, HD remake of DuckTales on the NES, and I was playing that in the finals.